What's up? It's Jesse. I hope y'all having a nice day. And as you can see by today's title, 3 reasons on why you can't build muscle. Reason number one, progressive overload. Now, what is progressive overload? See, progressive overload is gradually increasing the weight, the frequency, or the number of reps in your strength training routine. So if you benched 150 last week for 10 reps, that means you better at least go 155 the next week. We don't want to continue to do the same numbers because there's no challenge in that. By progressive overloading, it challenges your body and allows for your musculoskeletal system to get stronger. The only way you can truly get stronger is if you know your numbers. Like with progressive overload, you have to track them. You have to track your numbers. What gets tracked gets managed. You have to write down your exercise, write down the weight for that exercise, write down the amount of rest you got, write down the amount of reps you did. It allows you to be more specific and to maintain control in your growth in the gym. If you know what you're doing and you know your numbers, well, then that means next week or the next time you go to do that exercise, you can now add more weight. You can't expect to get stronger if you aren't making yourself stronger. As stated in the said principle states that the human body adapts specifically to impose demands. You can't keep doing the same numbers each week and expecting to gain more muscle and get stronger. You have to push yourself past your limits and past what you've already accomplished. You can't expect to do 150 benching for 10 reps each and every week and expect to get stronger and expect to be able to bench 225. It doesn't work like that. Reason number two as to why you can't build muscle, you're probably not getting enough protein. People drastically underestimate how much protein they consume each day. It's why it's crucial to track your macros. I made a video about that. I'm going to put it right here up on the screen. You can go check it out. For men, you're supposed to have around 1 to 1.2 grams of protein per lean body mass. So say you weigh 160 pounds, you're supposed to have around 160 to 192 grams of protein. For women, you are supposed to have around 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per lean body mass. So say you weigh 120, you're supposed to have around 96 grams to 126 grams of protein per lean body mass. Where can you actually get your protein from? Protein comes from a plethora of things, whether it be dairy, beef, poultry, seeds, nuts like almonds, whole eggs, egg whites, fish. Sorry. You need protein in your diet. Like it's essential. Protein is literally essential for your diet. And when you don't get the right amount of protein in, you're going to start to get skinny fat. So make sure you always get your protein in. And the third reason is you're probably just not working out enough. The bottom line is you just may not be consistent enough in the gym. And on top of that, you're probably eating way more calories than you expend. Each muscle group needs to be tended to at least twice a week, which means yes, you do need to go to the gym around 5 to 6 times a week. Me, I do six. Six, it may not be for everybody, but not every workout is you going all out. Okay, we don't want to do that. We don't want to go 6 times a day, but then every single day we're burning ourselves out. What you do need to start doing though is lifting heavy things and being consistent lifting heavy things. You won't get stronger if you aren't lifting something heavy. And you have to consistently lift those heavy things. Even when it sucks, you still consistently do it because that's the only way you'll grow. Those muscles won't grow unless you force them to grow. So you actually have to break your muscles down so they can be built up again. The conclusion. Your reason number one why you can't build muscle is progressive overload. You don't progressively overload. You stick at the same weight each week. So when you do progressive overload, make sure you're increasing at least 5 pounds. For bench press, 5 pounds. Squatting and deadlift, I usually go about 10 pounds depending on what I'm doing or how many reps are in the exercise. Reason number two, you're not getting enough protein. You're probably overeating on your carbs and your fat. And that's probably why you're skinny fat or you don't have the muscle you would like. You have to eat more protein. Make sure you get your protein. It's one of the most important and most essential macros you need. And then the third reason is you're probably just not consistent enough in the gym. You probably go twice a week and then wonder why you're not where you want to be. Or you go, say you go 5 times 1 week, but then you only go three the next. You get where I'm getting at? You have to continually do those 5 days per week. When going to the gym, you have to make sure you're getting the right information and not just winging it. The internet exists, and that means the right information is out there too. You just have to know how to look for it. You have to know what's right and what's wrong, what's working and what's not. So just don't go out there and wing it. Don't just, oh, well, I'm going to go in the gym and I should be able to build muscle, but you don't even know how to build muscle. You're not progressively overloading. You're not getting your protein. You're not being consistent in the gym. If you're not consistent in the gym, well, then there's a problem. You need to always be consistent. Be consistent with what you do with anything, whether it is the gym, building a business, starting a passion, starting a side hustle. Be consistent. Continue to dedicate yourself to that regimen day in and day out. Well, I hope y'all like and subscribe. That's really all I got to say for today. Those 3 reasons on why you can't build muscle. And yeah, my name is Jesse. I'm out.